And welcome on in, everybody, to the Utah Jazz postgame report. I'm your host, Addison, bringing you this postgame report. Game number 2. The Jazz come storming out. Donovan Mitchell was another level tonight. He dropped 36 points in the Jazz win. The Jazz, they were up 21, 76-55. They ended up blowing that lead. The Clippers went up 101 to 99. The Jazz were in serious jeopardy of letting the Clippers back into this series and take home court advantage. But the Utah Jazz, behind an amazing performance by Bogdanovich, Clarkson, and Jingling freaking Joe, propelled the Jazz to a 117-111 victory. I told you guys before the game on the stream that the score would be 117 Jazz to 113 Clippers. I was off by 2. But I knew this would be a close, hard-fought game. But I didn't expect us with that 21-point lead. But listen, we got the job done. We secured home court advantage no matter what for this series. And now the main task is getting it done on the road in game number 3 and 4. Hopefully you can sweep them. I don't think we're going to sweep them. I think that's asking a little too much. But hopefully we get Conley back for game 3. But I kind of want to break into game number 2 of this series. You look at Donovan Mitchell's performance again. We mentioned how he is a superstar. You really saw it tonight. Well, he didn't score 45, only 36 this time, and I was being sarcastic when I said only 36, and none of you guys got along with that. It's also 1:30 in the morning right now when I'm filming this postgame report, so I don't even know half of what I'm saying right now, but I do know that Donovan Mitchell is a superstar in this basketball league, whether you like it or not. I do know that Donovan Mitchell is better than Paul George. I do know that Donovan Mitchell is better than Jason Tatum. I do not know if Donovan Mitchell is better than Devin Booker. We'll find that out, hopefully, in the Western Conference Finals. But Donovan Mitchell is better than Paul George, and he's proven it in this series. He dropped 27 points on 10 of 16 shooting in the first half, right? Then, second half, they're double teaming him every time he touches the ball. What does Mitchell do with the first possession? Finds Gobert down low for the easy 2. Next possession, cross-court pass over to the right corner to Bogdanovich. He reigns in a triple. The Jazz go up by 19, just like that. Or maybe it was 18. It was something like that. But the Jazz, boom, boom, boom. Mitchell kept making plays and kept making big plays happen, even when it wasn't scoring the ball. Yeah, he shot 4 of 13, shooting... he shot 4 of 13 in the second half. I don't care. He was making plays happen otherwise. And the shots he hit were in the fourth quarter and were big shots. I think there was a time that we were up by... we were up 103-98. Under a minute to go. If the Clippers get a stop here, then they had a 3-2-point game with 35 seconds to go. That is plenty of time for a Jazz miss. The Clippers go down and hit a game-winning 3. Plenty of time for that to happen. But listen, Donovan Mitchell took it into his own hands. He took it into his own hands. And the Jazz won game number 2. Because 103-98 the score. Donovan takes it inside with the right hand. And a beautiful finish. Floats it up and in. The Jazz go up by 7. And the ball game was over right then and there. The ball game was over once that shot went in. A beautiful performance by Donovan Mitchell, 36 points. And then you look at the flamethrower. We've got him up there right now in the postgame report. Goodness gracious. And I know Lou Williams is there for the postgame report. But I know he's not on there anymore. Our graphic designer, did not make a postgame report for tonight. So that's why Lou Williams on there. It's an old one from earlier in the season when he was. But you look at Jordan Clarkson, who we've got up on the screen right there. My goodness, it felt like the man couldn't miss. He was slicing and dicing with Paul George, almost put him on skates. Jordan 3 right in his face. He shot like 6 of 8, maybe it was, from downtown. He was shooting in insane range. He dropped 24 points. You look at Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich was dropping in buckets like he always does on the offensive side of the ball. He was our second leading scorer last year. Not this year, but he is still just, when you need a go-to bucket, boom, Bogdanovich. It feels like he's always there. Not only that with Bogdanovich, though. Bogdanovich, his defense. My goodness. I don't think I've ever seen Bogdanovich play such great defense. He was locking Kawhi up in the fourth quarter. He was locking him up. Bogdanovich went amazing, and then Jingling Joe. 9 straight points at one point in the fourth quarter. Just went off. three after three, bucket after bucket. I remember it was 101-99, right? The Jazz need a spark. The Jazz need a spark. Ingles goes in, just throws up a layup. I originally had thought that it went over the backboard, that they weren't going to count it. The luckiest layup I've ever seen. Got it to go. Couple possessions later, boom. Then goes on that run where he just hits 9 straight points. Huge. It won us the game. Ingles, just phenomenal. Again, he hasn't been shooting particularly well in the playoffs, but he got the job done tonight. And that's what mattered. The Jazz now go, and shout out, let me real quick shout out, what's his name? Goodness gracious. Reggie Jackson. My goodness, did Reggie Jackson show up to play today? He looked like a man on a mission. Not in the first half. He only scored 5 in the first half. But in that second half, he had to at least score like 25. Because that man, every time that man threw up a shot, it was going in. I didn't even have to call it when we were doing the live stream. I knew the shot was going in when Reggie Jackson put up a shot. He ultimately gave him the lead, 101-99 with 2 straight three-pointers. It wasn't enough for the Clippers to hang on, though. But a great performance from him. That's going to be a key emphasis of what we're going to have to do in Game 3 and Game 4 on the road to shut Reggie Jackson down. But other than that, man, now we just got to look to Game 3 and 4. I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Jazz win one game on the road, just one, Game 3 or 4, I don't care which one it is, the Jazz are winning this series. The Clippers are not going to win 2 games in that arena. It's not going to happen. The Jazz are not losing back-to-back games in Vivint Smart Home Arena. If the Jazz go up 3-1, its series is over. It's over. But winning 2 on the road against the Clippers is not an easy task. Easier said than done. But that's where the focus has to lie. We appreciate you guys stopping on in for the postgame report. I'm going to head out. I don't know how long this was. It's 1:54 currently in the morning right now where I'm at. So I have no idea what's going on right now, but I have to come out with a post-game report. I hope that I broke it down in somewhat depth for you guys, so you guys somewhat understand what I'm talking about, but I've got to go to bed. And right now, the focus turns to Game 3. We will be live for the Jazz versus the Clippers, 8:10 Eastern Time. Game 3, be there for the Jazz and the Clippers live stream, where Blake and I will be calling the play-by-play reaction as the Jazz look to go up 3-0 against the Los Angeles Clippers. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you on Saturday.